but okay. Hello everybody, my name is Karakov1. I'm going to teach you how to run Jak 3 New Game Plus Any%, also known as Hero Mode Any%, and right away the timing is very different. Well, first of all, let me tell you how to get Hero Mode. You need at least one game file, and have, I believe it's 5 or 10 precursor orbs, but it's always best to get 100% with everything of the game completed. That way you can unlock almost the main necessities for this run is infinite ammo, invulnerability, and your turbo jet board, plus you also want unlimited light and dark Jak. So basically you're going to make a hero mode file, and this is where it really starts to differentiate. I can't speak English. But you want to load the game file, and when the game says loading game and the text will disappear and the screen will go black, pull the memory card out of its slot like so, and we're going to pull it there. So your save file will load. Hey Hunted, it's Karakov. The save file will load, but I'm going to do something different. Usually you want to start the game as soon as you want to start the game and the timer as soon as you press continue. But I need to turn up the brightness on my TV because my TV is really low. Like the brightness is really low, so I need to turn up the game brightness just a slight bit. But yeah, say this says continue. So what you're going to do is as soon as you press X on continue, you're going to start your splits. And then from there, you want to take at least 3 steps and do square plus X to do an uppercut, like so, to land right on the token. Then you're going to take 1 jump and land on this token. So in one fluid motion it would look like this, and you'd land on it. Then next you're going to jump up here and immediately hold square and to the left, so you collect both of those. Then you're going to run slightly forward, and you're going to do the same thing except to the right. Now from here on, this will put you at the perfect angle to hold square and press forward to go across. Then you're going to do the same thing, and right around here there's a little gap in the ledge that could actually stop you like it did, but if you're right here when you get the punch, you could actually go around that gap. And so what you want to do is once you get here, you're going to punch to the right, then you're going to punch this way, and there's a little trick in this game where you can uppercut and press circle to spin. It'll raise your height, so when you get here you're going to go boom, boom, and then you're going to get right about here, and you're going to do the uppercut spin, and you'll land on the ladder. Then from here, I may be going a little quick for you guys, I'm sorry about that, but you're going to want to hold back on the left analog stick and jump twice and spin and push forward, that way you move forward and land on the ledge. Then you're going to run into the middle of these, and you're going to do a spin kick and go from left to right. That way you pick those up, and then as soon as you pick up this token, you're going to want to do an uppercut to pick up both of those tokens. Then you're going to punch. Now this is where hero mode changes from Any%. From here you're actually going to want to hold forward and square and immediately press R2 to pull out your jet board, and then you're going to want to hold L1 and X to do what is called a boosted jump, or a charged jump. If anybody doesn't know what that is, in the video I will link the Rixer's YouTube video of how to use the jet board guide. So I'll show you how to do this now, and then you're going to take off the jet board. And you want to take it off earlier so you actually land on this token. That way you punch, you're going to want to punch this way. Well, punch like that and do the same strat that I showed you guys over there on how to get up onto the ladder. Then here, once you get up here, you're going to want to punch, and here's where it changes again. There is RNG on this of where the platform's going to be, so what you need to do is when you do the punch, you're going to want to turn your camera with you as well. Then, during this punch, you're going to want to pull out your jetboard, do the jump, get off. Then I found this a little quick, maybe like half a second to a second time saver. Instead of punching this like you would in any percent, you're going to want to spin kick so you pick it up. That way you can instantly punch and pull out your jetboard, then do that. And don't worry if you overshoot some of the tokens. Just land, spin, and then punch into the next one. That area is a little self-explanatory. Now, there's a thing coming up here. Right here, you're going to want to do this, but the normal square animation of Jack hitting the ground bounces him up. Well, if you press square and then circle, as soon as you hit the ground, Jack does a spin kick and it cancels this animation, so it makes you able to control Jack a lot faster, like so, and you're able to control him again. So what you're going to do here is once you pick up this token, you're going to want to punch, uppercut, down his slam. I really don't know what that is called, but you're going to want to do that here, just like so, and then you're going to want to punch and pull out the jetboard and ride all the way across. And what I did there is I jumped across and I instantly pulled off the jetboard. That way you have control of Jack, and you're not standing on the jetboard and you have to waste an extra 2 seconds to take off the jetboard. So now there's two ways to getting up here. There's the advanced strat of doing this, which I still can't do. I'm actually not going to show that. It's weird, to explain the least. It's position based, but you're going to want to punch this way. You're going to land, jump, spin. Okay, now coming up here, it's way different because you actually have to time your blaster mod. And because it's New Game Plus, you have all the weapons. And if you have infinite ammo, this is where it's going to come into play. And it's going to come into play throughout the whole game. So, this is the main part that it's going to start. Basically what I'm going to do is, as soon as the Marauder fight arena starts, you're going to want to hit down on the D-pad twice to pull out your blaster mod. Then you're going to want to press X and circle and R1. So you press X to jump, you press circle and R1 at the same time. That way Jack spins and shoots, and all the blaster mod bullets will fly around and start killing the Marauders. Now, around when you see them hit the 12 champion Marauder marks left, you're going to want to do one more spin shoot and let them die off. So I'll show this. You're going to want to jump on this platform. You could also stand in the middle. I just like to jump in this platform. So it's 12. I'm going to stop spinning, killing. Okay. Now when it hits 9, this is where you want them to be, because you hopefully don't want the blaster mod bullets to kill anymore. That way 3 will spawn, and when the lava cycle starts up, you can just kill all 3 of the Marauders, and you have 6 left. That way you don't go into Dark Jack. So this is the key necessity on why. You do not want to go into Dark Jack before the lava cycle at all. You do not want to go into Dark Jack until you shoot the last... I don't know what it's called. I think it's the gyro shooter. Something like that. But let's see. Okay, so I got lucky. We're going to wait for these 3 guys to spawn, and then we're going to kill them. So I have 6, which is perfect. Now you're going to hit down on the D-pad once to pull out the final... the gyro shot, or whatever it's called. Sorry if my English is bad. And basically you're going to... There's 2 arena things where the Marauders jump out. So you're going to want to wait till those two come out and hit the ground. And then you're going to want to fire your gun. So that way it gives everybody the chance to spawn, and you're going to shoot now. Then you're going to punch off, and you're going to try to punch as far as you can over to the middle marauder. That way, when the disc kills all of the marauders, you're going to be by the platform when it spawns. So you're going to go into Darkjack, and that kills all of them. So now, instead of having to kill them as Darkjack, that just kills them in general and saves an extreme amount of time. Now, basically, once you get here, it's simple. You just press square and X to get up right here. Now, I don't know if I explained this trick earlier, but there's a way where if you jump, and as soon as you land back onto these platforms that rises, if you press X again, you will get a boost from it, and you'll jump higher than you actually do, so that way you can get higher, and that way you can get farther into the air and pick up the checkpoints in the arena like so. Okay, now here, there's two different strats. I'll show both. You just basically want to switch your guns. Okay, now the one that everybody has been using, you pull out the jet board, you side flip, and you do the boosted jump to get right here. Then you're going to want to punch, get on the jet board, and jump off here, and so it'll instantly kill you. But I want to see if I can get the other strat, which is, oh, I walk into it, so that's not good. Okay, we're actually going to have to quit this. I'm sorry about that. I'm not good at either strat. I'll just have to link a video to it, so you guys will get to see how this looks really fast in a run. So I guess I'll look at the chat real quick. Hey, Hunted. Alright, so let's do this real quick. So you walk over, do the punch, go here. Okay, if you catch the ladder, it's no big deal. Okay, that can also happen, which is a problem. That just means that you jumped out early, or you jumped too late. And that's how you do training course, basically at full speed. But we'll just say that the other part never happened. Okay, so basically, like I said, you're going to want to do this and do one last spin. When they're at 12, let them all die, and hopefully there'll be 9. And there's 9. You're going to wait for the 3 to spawn. Then you're going to want to kill them. That way there's 6 left. Pull out this mod for the weapon. Wait till the 2 drop from over there and over there before you fire the gun. Boom. You're going to want to punch, 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 and you're going to be here. Uppercut. Really simple. Let this go up. Do the little jump trick. Mash triangle, skip cutscenes. Switch between the blaster and the normal. Side flip, jump, punch. So I'm not going to do this strat again. The strat that I do is I punch into the box where I see the ammo, and then I instantly punch out, do the jump. That way when you hit here, you instantly die, and you completely skip Kangaroos and Cleaver. Now it's around the same amount of time that it takes for a strat that I will probably post in a later video that I tried to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull out the jet board like I did, and you're just gonna side flip your way to the garage. Just side flip, maneuver your way through the garage to the garage, and try not to hit anything, because hitting stuff can waste slight time. Okay, so basically here you're going to want to punch, pull out your jet board, jump, and jump into the dune hopper. What I do to get to the door faster is I instantly use the turbo. I hold square, that way I brake in front of the garage. Now with hero mode you can drive straight to light jack heel, so you're going to be abusing the infinite turbo that you get in your save file. So you're gonna abuse it, you're gonna go, and basically you just continue. Just abuse as much as you can to get there faster. You don't have to worry about the marauders killing you. Since you have infinite health, you can't die, you can't... nothing can blow you up except when you jump out of... If you jump out of the dune hopper, you can actually mission fail and it'll take you back to the garage. Which is a little weird, that I always thought. But yeah, basically you're going to be abusing the turbo. Don't drive into that. You're going to want to drive through here. You're going to go through this part of the broken town. Then you're going to turn right here. Use your boost. Turn this way. So like I said, abuse your boost. Go through, jump. Okay. Now right here, I'm going to be showing you two strats. One is the normal island hop, where you go across the islands to get to light jack heel, and you go across like so. And then there is actually another strat that I'm going to go back and show you guys, where you could actually skip the first 3 islands. I guess, because I count, well, I didn't jump, but hopefully it doesn't take me back too far. Yeah, okay. So this is a perfect thing to show you. So basically you're going to move in. There's a slight little area on your map that shows, so you're going to boost right about here and jump, and you're going to go flying all the way across and skip your first 2 islands. Now here, this is kind of risky because if you're not aiming exactly where you want and you don't time exactly, you will actually get shorter than you want onto the island and you'll actually fall into the water. So it's a very advanced strat that actually takes time to practice, but it is worth it because it saves a couple seconds. But yeah, I would advise practicing it. Now here, you're going to want to hold X to move forward, boost, and jump. That way you just get across the bridge fast. And then the rest of it is just normal island hopping. You just go across, hold L1. Now once you get to this island, you're going to want to jump, and as soon as you land, press R2 to boost. Then you're going to jump. That way you go across farther. And you're just going to be, once you turn this corner, use a boost. Use a boost. Jump. Okay, right here. You're going to see me jump out of the dune hopper. Now, in order to avoid the dune hopper exploding, you're actually going to want to turn the camera when you're falling as Jack away, or at least a bit out of sight of the dune hopper. That way, the dune hopper does not explode. Because if your camera is focused on the dune hopper after you jump out of it, it will actually explode on the side of the rock, and you have to maneuver through the islands again. So, you're going to want to wait until you're across this gap, and then you're going to want to jump out as Jack and look away as quick as you can from the dune hopper, like so. So even if you turn your camera just a little bit, as long as the center of the camera is not focused on the dune hopper, your dune hopper will not explode. Then when you land after jumping out of the dune hopper, you're going to want to punch and pull out your jet board and just side flip your way to the door over here. And just wait for the door to open and just walk through. Okay. Now here is where the game gets a little tricky. I'm gonna turn up my brightness, that way you guys can, that way I can see, because I don't know if, oh my god, I don't know if how bright the game is for you guys, or how dark it is, but it's pretty dark on my screen. So you're gonna want to pull out this, your concussor. So you're gonna want to jump up here, then you're gonna want to bounce up here. Now at the height of your jump, you're going to want to move forward, shoot, jump, spin. But we're going to do that. So height of your jump, shoot, jump, spin. I'll say it again, that way everybody catches it. It's called a CSJ. So height of your jump, shoot, jump, well, shoot, jump, spin. That way you get more height. Now we're going to be doing it to this pillar. So you're going to want to hold the analog stick to in between the top and the left. That way you move towards to the pillar during the jump. So let's do it now. So jump, shoot, spin, and you get in here. Now, since this is beginner tutorial, just wait for the camera to focus, run, jump, jump, spin, and you'll land here. Now there's two different ways to actually make it over. You can actually do a boosted uppercut, which actually brings you over, and then you mash circle and R1 to use the CSJs to your advantage to grab onto a ledge. But we're actually going to do the easier strat, and we're going to roll jump to get a farther distance and mash R1 and circle. So mash R1 and circle, and you'll land right here. So basically that just skipped the whole volcano area, and you can't back out. So here's your door. So basically once you land, you're still gonna have your gun out around here. So press R2 and press square. That way Jack moves forward and pulls out his jetboard. Then just go over here to these guys. Now these guys are actually tricky. You're going to want to pull out your zero gravity gun on your Peacemaker. And basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be using this weapon. So it's really hard to time. I may not get it first try, but you're going to want to roll jump, and as soon as you land, you're going to actually want to shoot the gun, and then you're going to want to hold forward on the analog stick, jump, press square, and circle. So let's see if I can kill him real quick. Roll, shoot, jump, that way they're all dead. Okay, so I did get it first try. So now here's a little switch. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to want to jump on the switch, press square and circle to do the trick that I showed you. But as soon as you do that, you're going to want to hold left on the analog stick, and you're going to want to hold square. And basically what you want is you want to be off these steps, because if you're off of these steps, there's enemies in here that will not spawn if you do that. But if you land right here or right here, they are going to spawn, and they're not going to be too much of a nuisance since you can't take damage, but in any percent they're a real problem. So I'll show you guys right here. You're going to want to jump. Whoa, hang on. Hey now. Go away. Things start to pop up all over the computer. What are you doing? Sorry about this, everyone. But yeah, so I'll show you the thing now. You're going to want to stand about here, jump, ground pound, punch, and get right there. Now, there's usually these spider-like enemies that'll spawn, but you're going to want to do the trick that I told you earlier. Hold R2, press square to pull out your jetboard, side flip at least once, pull off your jetboard, and punch to the left after you pull out your concussor. So there's something here called low gates. If you see the first bar completely gone, there is a trick that you can actually do where you crouch and you press R1 in with specific timing if you press X on that specific timing, you'll launch 10 times higher than you normally do with your high jump. And then, once you get to the height of that jump, you could actually press circle and R1 to do something called a CSJ. So I'll show you that trick here. And that's how you get across it. Now, I'm actually going to see if I'm not good enough to do the uppercut back. But there is a trick where it's basically the same thing except you don't crouch. It's the normal CSJ. It's a hard trick to learn, but say if you get the high gates, like this is, you want this bar to be gone to know it's a low gate. Like this whole gap you want to be gone. But okay, so this time instead of crouching and shooting, you're going to want to shoot. Oh, my timing is really off. Okay, so you guys saw that, how Jack got higher, like that. You're basically going to want to do that, and then you're going to want to press circle and R1 to propel yourself over the gate. So shoot. I'm really bad at this trick. Shoot X. Good thing you have infinite ammo. X circle R1. Okay, so it was shoot X circle R1. So basically you just uppercut and you repeat the same thing. And then once you get here, press R2 and square to get across here. Okay, so as soon as you skip this cutscene, what I do is I hold down and I punch, and then once the punch ends, I instantly roll jump, and you always land in the light. Then basically you just do the light jack regeneration. Now, here is a trick called Yin Yang Door Skip, which we actually thought that was only TAS, which is tool assisted speedrunning. If you want to learn about that more, search it up on Google, look it up on YouTube, stuff like that. But there was a new trick that was found by a guy named Hunter704, I believe, or 407, one of those on YouTube. He actually found a way to make you hover on the jet board. So let me see if I can pull that off real quick. And basically, if you guys want to learn that, I'm going to actually have a link. Okay, there's the hover. That's the hover. Now you're going to abuse that. I will have a link in my description on YouTube, and if anybody in the chat on Twitch wants to see it, I can link it after this is done. But basically what you want to do is after the light jack heal, Jack is going to be standing at about this angle. So you're going to want to turn him and try facing this part of the door as you can. You're going to want to try to aim Jack's head at about there. And then you're going to want to pull out the... So right about there is where you want to aim. You're going to want to pull out your jet board, and you're going to want to let Jack move forward a bit. So I actually had the angle off. You're going to want to have Jack like this. You're going to let the jet board move forward a bit, and then you're going to do the hover. So you're going to do this. Also, another thing, if you miss it about halfway, you will actually hit the top of that, and it'll just propel you straight forward. You want to have a forward momentum, so when you go through the top of the ceiling, which you'll see here in a second, it'll keep you propelling faster and faster. Now this was my trick that I found out thanks to another Jack speedrunner named Nitrovsky. Usually the world record holder and everybody else didn't wait. They just went straight up like this. But if you wait, the hover actually keeps the momentum that you're already going at, and it'll propel you even faster. So the movement that you're going at on the ground will actually propel you faster when you're doing the hover. So I'll show this. Okay, so I got the hover. So basically you just want to hover your way across, and once he's through the roof, you know you're safe. Okay, so unfortunately I had a really slow. If you if you really want to check where you're going, I go off of audio cues. You go into the map, and you see where Jack's arrow is, and you see the first gray point on the map. Let's actually see if I can capture my mouse cursor really quick on... Okay, let's pull this up real quick. Okay, so here's Jack right here. You want Jack to go about here, and you could actually tell with the strat that I'm doing, you'll actually see this part of the area actually form around this section of the screen, and then you're going to want to take off the jet board, but I'll show that here in a second. This completely skips Ashland. It skips the tokens. It skips the freeze. It skips the rotators. It does so much. It skips about 8 minutes of the game on the normal any percent. So I'll actually do this now really fast. So basically, you just want to keep doing your thing with the hover, keep going forward, and because we have the movement, the forward momentum, okay, so you see the formation starting to appear right about here. So there's actually going to be a section that appears here that you actually want to drop yourself from the jet board, and it's easy to stop the hover by not holding your trick or taking off the jet board or stop mashing L1. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be landing in a certain spot on here. That way I get to the last rotator and you don't have to skip any of the rotators. So let's continue going forward. And that formation right there is what we want to see. We want to pull off the jet board now. So the camera is going to spin here. You can't help it. But you want to at least have it to where Jack goes through here and you completely skipped everything. Then basically you want to punch your way here, and no matter what, you're going to have to kill yourself. Now I found a trick where once you see the animation of Jack doing that, you actually do not have to wait for him to fall for 6 seconds. You could actually save about 3 or 4 seconds by just restarting the mission. We haven't figured out why this works on hero mode, but it does not work on any of the others so far. But just mash triangle and X to restart the mission faster, and you'll be spawned at the bridge, which is this right here. So instead of waiting 3 or 4 more seconds to hear Jack scream, you're actually going to just restart the mission to save that amount of time. Now here's a bit tricky. Usually the game normally wants you to do the light Jack flash, which is the stopping of the time so you can cross the bridge over in time. But what we're going to be doing is the same as the any percent route does. We're going to be pulling out the jet board, we are going to side flip, and we're going to do the boosted jump, front flip, and then jump and front flip again like this. Side flip, jump, front flip, jump, front flip, pull off the jet board, and punch your way into here. Okay. Now coming up here is we have the catacombs. To get to this ship faster, just punch, pull out the jet board, side flip twice, and jump over. Mash, triangle, punch, and hold, press triangle. Now a trick that a lot of people didn't really know, if you hold X, the ship actually moves faster. It goes a lot faster, and it saves quite a bit of time if you hold X. There's not really much to explain about the catacombs. As long as you know where you're going and how to avoid the death traps, you'll be fine and dandy going through here. So coming up is Eco Mines, which is going to be fun to explain. It's the same as the any percent route, but everything's here. It's not that hard. Okay, so here you're going to want to, as soon as you see the screen go black, you're going to want to start mashing triangle like a madman. And you're going to want to hold L2 and circle. That way you do the light jack shield, and as soon as you see the animation of Jack doing it, you can actually take off light jack, like so. Take it off, punch, roll jump, punch, roll jump, punch, roll jump into the elevator. Now, there's actually another strat where you could try to punch and jump as light jack. It saves about 2 or 3 seconds. I don't do it because I'm never consistent with it, and if you miss it, you actually land in front of the elevator and it does the whole animation of Jack taking off the getting out of the light jack heel, which just brings it back down to the same time. So just mash triangle to get through here. What I do here, I'm going to show beginner strats and advanced strats. Basically, you want to punch, pull out your jet board, hold L1 to do the charge jump, jump, front flip, and you're going to want to go into the cutscenes. Then there's the normal strat, where a lot of beginners use punch, just go through like this, try to front flip just up to this platform, uppercut, well, ground pound, spin, uppercut, spin, roll jump into the cutscene. Mash triangle. Then you're going to want to go here, and you're going to want to go in this direction. And you're going to want to face this way and mash X in what is called I keep saying Haven City. There's another proxy in this game that you do that has the same thing, but the EcoMine proxy. Now you're going to want to face towards the left, and you're going to want to mash X as fast as you can to launch Jack, skyrocketing into the air, and just fly in a direction towards the next direction checkpoint in the game. Now basically how this works is you're actually making yourself, you're pushing yourself into a tighter spot into the game, and you're trying to jump out of it. That way when the game decides to throw you out, it's at a fast momentum, so it just launches you into the air. So I'll show you this now. It launched me. So what you're going to do here is you're going to aim yourself towards the green glowy dot. So what I do is my visual cues is this right here. I go through this section. Once I see the leaves, I turn to left. Okay. This part right here. This is my visual cue to know exactly where I'm going. If I find this part in the mountains, I know I'm going to land where I want to land. So we're going to show the map, and you see I'm almost at the green dot. So you're going to want to look over and just go to the green dot. It takes practice. Take off the jet board. Go over to the light. This is a lot of people's visual cues as well. Then you're going to want to land on the elevator. Pull out the concussor again. Stand around the middle of the elevator. Press R1 once you see that, X, and just mash circle and R1. Unfortunately, I failed the strat, but it just basically pushes you up here. Now, I am not good at explaining this part of EcoMines. All I can say is it is hell, and if you want to see how it is done or how to explain it, I will actually link the Rixer's tutorial, normal tutorial, in there so you guys can see it. So I'll try to explain as much as I can, but basically it's just a lot of side flipping. Side flip, jump, jump, mash circle, boosted front flip, which I'll explain later, uppercut, uppercut. My strat is a little bit slower than most of the normal most of your other Jak 3 speedrunners through EcoMines. It's not as fast as theirs, but it gets the job done. But yeah, okay. So once you get there, I'm sorry that I did say this was a step-by-step tutorial, and I can't explain that as well as the other more advanced runners who've been playing this game longer than I have. But yeah, basically here you're going to want to pull out the blaster mod and just jump and shoot. Try to snipe the switch. Mash triangle. Now here is where it gets fun-ish. I hate this area because it's awful at times. This is basically just movement on jetboard. You want to uppercut punch right here. Land on these boxes. Do 1 jump or 2 jump spins. I do the uppercut spin right there. You're going to want to press R2 and square. Side flip. I can't side flip. Go through here. Now there's actually, I got that right there. Like what happened there is there's a piece of equipment that can actually stop your forward momentum. And it can just completely ruin, sometimes it can even like knock you off the edge. So what I advise is trying to do short hops, which is tap X, and try to get over the pieces of gravel and stuff that you can see sticking up that you know will stop the jetboard. Then you're going to want to jump and hold square across this to grind across, jump, side flip, jump, jump. Get rid of him because he stops your momentum. Just get about here. You're going to want to pull out the blaster mod. Now here, I think if you guys want to really, okay, there's a shot that's coming up that you have to learn and know how to hit. I'm going to definitely link the Rixer's tutorial for that because I am bad at explaining that and I'm not going to be able to pause it on the shot, whereas he went back into the video and edited it and did all that stuff, but I'm too lazy for that. So basically you're just going to want to spin, jump, and shoot. Get the 2 switches down there, and because you have infinite ammo, it's really easy. Just go through, keep spinning. Okay, I just got the shot. So if anybody wants to go back and like pause the video step by step and see that, then go ahead. Okay, now there's 2 ways of getting across here. You could pull out the jetboard and you can do a boosted extended front flip over here, which I will be explaining that shortly. Or you could punch, pull out your jetboard over here and side flip and then jump, jump, jump. Yeah, I did see that, Yankee. But yeah, I do the extended front flip. It doesn't save any time. But you go across here, you pull out the blaster mod, and you just spin, go here, and just shoot. And you'll get it. So up here is a trick that I'll show you guys. So as soon as you spawn, you're going to want to uppercut and land right about here. So you want to hold forward and uppercut and land about here. Now there's actually a safety strat that some runners do where if you don't want to do this, you can just pull out your jetboard, jump, and jump across like this. But most of the runners do this trick where you go right here and you do the boosted front flip. I will explain that in Haven City. Now once you land, you just side flip, jump, get about right here, and that's where you would split for your bomb train. Now, right here, you just want to pull out your jetboard and go forward to the precursor robot. Now, this fight is really simple. I can explain it definitely while I'm going through. You just, since he can't hurt you, you just let him go through his attacks. But then he's going to shoot out enemies, which you actually want to shoot with the blaster mod, like this. So as soon as they land, you want to run forward, shoot twice with the blaster mod to knock them off the edge. That way he does this attack faster. Okay. So where I'm standing at right now, you don't want to be for the first part of the pole. Or the, I don't really know what to call them, like the gravel stands. I'll just call them stands. But you want to be, there's 5 shots he puts out. He puts out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. You're actually going to want to get to the 3rd one, which is about right here, and you want to be standing at least right here behind it. So go about right here. You're going to want to crouch, And once all of them gets off and it cools, you can see it cools, you're going to want to jump and you're going to want to spin and shoot and aim towards the left minecart. Okay, I got knocked off because I was too close. That was a really bad example. Wow, I can't believe I just did that. This is a bad tutorial. But stand about right here for safety. Then once they come up, you're going to want to jump, spin, shoot, and aim towards that minecart to blow them up. And basically just like you would with that phase, except mash triangle every time to skip the cutscene. You can do whatever you want here while you're waiting for him to do his attack, since you can't be damaged. I try to bounce off his lasers like that. I missed it that time. But you can actually bounce off his lasers, it's weird. So run up, shoot these guys twice. Okay. So the next one's going to spawn right about here. So you want to crouch, wait for all this to get up and cool. So jump, spin, shoot, aim for the middle cart, let the middle cart go, mash triangle. Now here, just let him go crazy. Like that, you can bounce off his lasers like that. It's pretty cool. So just basically repeat, rinse and repeat, go through, shoot twice, let that go through. His last laser will be here. You want to be kind of aiming towards the right minecart, because if not, Jack won't really aim towards the right all the way. Now I'm really bad at this shot. I don't know why. I can get the other two like right away, but it's just this angling that I don't know, that I'm not really good at. So I'll let this go. Okay. Okay. So that's basically all you do. Mash triangle. Skip the cutscene. Punch. Roll jump. Okay. Now right here, there's a cutscene. You're going to want to walk forward into the door even while the door's opening, and you're going to want to move forward. I usually count to about 1 second as soon as I walk through the door, and then I let go of the analog stick, because if you let go of the analog stick when there's no inputs going through, the cutscene loads in about 2 seconds. But if you're still holding the analog stick while the cutscene loads, it takes about 8 seconds for the cutscene to load, and it loses valuable time. So I'll do that right now. So just walk forward into it, go through, 1, let go of the analog stick, and it goes fast. Press triangle, skip the cutscene. Okay, here is going to be difficult to explain. When the door is right here, side flip out, go in this general direction, jump over this, jump over this, jump over this. Now, I have a strat that I found here that includes the hover that you can get. Basically, it's really hard to get, and it saves about 5 seconds over the fastest proxy you can get in the game, which is a low proxy founded by Yankee, which is the world record holder. Basically, you're going to side flip and you're going to do the hover, and you're going to try to keep the hover low enough to where you go through. Okay, I didn't get the hover, but I will show the hover just so everybody can see, and then I will show the proxy. Okay, so you want to keep the proxy as low as you can by not mashing L1 that fast, and then right around here you want to let go of L1, so you fall right through and you land right here. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go kill myself. I'm going to go kill Jack, not myself, and show you guys the proxy. Oh, yeah, Yankee is in my chat right now, and he said you could also punch through, but you need one of those half punches. Yeah, you need to have a punch that gets about half eaten, so it doesn't happen. Okay, so basically you want to go over here, and this is probably one of the hardest things to do in the run. Now there's this section right here, just like the the Eco Mine proxy. This is called the Haven City Mine, or Haven City proxy. I am sorry about that. My water heater just like exploded. So basically, you move forward, you press R2, and you get in here. Now you hold L1 to see where you're going. Okay, I popped out. So you want to have... Oh, why are you doing this, Jack? That's not something you want to happen. You want to see that go under like it did. Okay. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to tap slowly, not too slow, but it's going to be like I'm going to hold the right to the right, and then I'm going to press X, like X, 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 and then I'm going to swirl my stick in between the top and the left area, so it's in between. It's more like like northwest area, and I'm just going to use compass wise northwest, and you're going to want to press X twice. So hold right, X, 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 swirl towards the northwest, X, X, and then hopefully Jack will launch. This proxy is not very consistent to anybody, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, I got it. So you see the map right here. So you launch from right here. You want to aim Jack towards this general vicinity, and basically you just want to land around this area. You could actually land farther up the hallway towards the trash can on fire. That's probably something you should learn the angle for when you get more advanced into the run, more advanced in memorizing stuff. But you go through. So hold forward, aim Jack, get out of there, just fall through. I am actually not over. I kind of got a really short proxy, so I'm actually going to fall back into another area of Eco Mine, so that's not good. If this ever happens to you in a run, the run's basically over, because there's no way to get over through it. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but unfortunately it did. Like I said, that proxy is really tricky, so I'm actually going to do it really quick here. Hopefully get it. Okay, I did. So like I said, just aim yourself in this direction, go through the first wall, and once you see the second wall, turn to the left, and then press R2 to get out of the jet board and just fall right about here where you see the glow. Yeah, Palace Ruins, I'm sorry. This is Palace Ruins, not Eco Mines. I feel so bad. I keep saying Eco Mines because I hate Palace Ruins and I always forget the name. So basically, even if you land over here, say you land right about over here, pull out your jet board, come over here, you always want to go back to here because this is a checkpoint in the game. So if you die, you'll actually respawn here. So now, once you come back here, you want to punch, pull out your jet board, side flip, try to learn the patterns of the debris. I've been running this game for about 3 months now, still don't remember the pattern. Okay. So, this area can be very hectic. You want to do side flips as much as you can, basically, in that first area that I just went through, so you get enough speed. So, yeah, it's Yankee brings up a good point again. It's not a checkpoint, but it's just for the area to load itself. So you fall, land here, you jump, try to stay, like, I'm still bad at this area, so excuse me if I die. You just want to get through. Side flip across, jump, jump, jump. Okay, right here there's two ways. There's actually a rail that you can grind on, and an area, and there's a section part where you can actually front flip. I do the front flip because it saves like a second and it doesn't really matter. It's just a little bit more challenging because you can actually hit a piece of the debris that's on the ground and it can actually throw off your momentum and just screw up the front flip and jack. But I'm going to show the front flip off, and this is the rail I was talking about. It literally saves a second maybe, and you can go across, grind on the rail. You have to go across these rails. Go across. Go up here, go around. Try to get up there without dying. That was awful. Let's do this without explaining it. Oh god. Yeah, that was bad of me. But I guess I'll show off the grinding of the rail. Okay. Yeah, I'm really bad with that. This is probably my worst section ever. Go across, grind on the rail, jump, grind on the rail, jump, turn towards the left, go across, hug the right as much as you can. If you want to be safe, you can actually take off the jetboard, and you can do what is called a boosted up across. Now when you get here, you actually want to kill yourself. That way the game actually loads Breach the Ruins, which is your next mission that's coming up. If you don't kill yourself for Breach the Ruins, the game will actually 100% soft lock. It's a chance of 100%. It'll instantly soft lock. I found that out not too long ago. I was about 1 minute and 30 seconds ahead on like a really good run, and I forgot to kill myself. I just went straight across, and the game soft locked. But right here, I will be showing you two strats. First, I'll show you the advanced strats, where you actually skip the rails, saving about 3 seconds. I'm really bad at the rails, like I said, so I may fall a few times. Punch, pull out your jetboard. You want to side flip at least 3 times right here. Jump, high jump, side flip, jump across these debris. Then you're going to want to do an extended front flip and take off your jetboard. And let's try that again. I was too far to the right, so if you want to be safe, you could always do an extra side flip right here and go across. Why? It's kind of hard to learn at first. Oh geez, I'm just doing bad. But yeah, I guess I'll explain the extended front flip right now. The extended front flip is you hold, that's the strat, by the way. You do an extended front flip over that, and you save about 3 seconds from going over the rail. Now, the hover, I've tested it. You actually still get knocked back by the invisible barrier that's right here. But the thing is, the extended front flip, basically what you want to do is you want to do this trick, which is L1 and forward. But once you see the animation of it, you want to instantly do the front flip, which is R1 and forward. So like that. Like that's what it'll look like. It takes some practice to learn it. But other than that, the strat's pretty easy. So you don't really need to do side flips through here if you're going through the rail, unless you just want to get through it really fast. But you want to jump on the rail, jump on this rail, jump on this rail. I'm gonna hit that. But yeah, that's basically all there is to this part of the rails and stuff. Okay, now coming up is probably every Jak 3 runner's greatest nemesis. Breach the Ruins. So right here for this cutscene skip, you're actually going to want to wait till you see the Jak cutscene load, because if you mash triangle, this cutscene takes forever to load, and so does the level. But if you let this cutscene load and then you skip it, it takes about a second for the level to load. So I'll show you. This is pretty hard to explain for me. Boost, press X. Yeah, greatest nemesis is Palace Ruins. Stupidest mission is this one. Just abuse your boosts, really. Abuse your boosts, and you don't really you don't have to worry about dying. You just have to worry about screwing up. And basically, you want to go for this switch first, or this tower. Blow it up, turn around, go through here, and then once you hit this one, if you're not angled, how I am, say if you go around the mound the other way, you can press L1 as soon as you hit it to jump, and Jack will still jump through the cutscene, and hold the left. That way you're angled towards the next area. So you can just do that. Okay, now a tricky thing here is you go through. Now up here, you're going to completely skip going through the bridge. So there's a whole gap that's right here. Once you get close to the edge, but not too close to where you fall off, you want to press R2 to use the boost, and press L1 to jump in the car. That way, the boost propels you across the gap, and you land across. But if you time it wrong, you could actually fall down, and it could waste anywhere from like 15 to 40 seconds. It's that bad. And you're going to be using this trick throughout Breach the Ruins. So I'll show you this now. Boost, jump, and you go across. Brake, push into the bridge, drive across, hit this switch, press L1 if you can to align yourself. Go across here. Now this little thing right here actually saves about, I believe it was 40 seconds, the Rixer said. I will also put his link in my YouTube description to his channel and to his Twitch. But right here you're going to try to drive up the side, and you'll see the left side of the car. I honestly do not know what this car is called. Lift up, and so will Jack's front wheels. And then what you do is you press R2 to use the boost, and it will launch you up over the gap. So let's see if I can do this. I'm bad at this at times. Okay, so you see how his wheels are going up like that. If I press the boost right now, it is going to launch me up over the gap, which I am going to do right now. And it launched me up and over. Then you're just going to turn left, hit this, press L1, that way you're aimed towards this direction. Just use your boost, and be careful if you use your boost in this area, because you can actually hit some debris that'll actually stop the car completely. But yeah, just go across, hit this switch, press R2, L1 to jump, you'll land perfectly like that. L1. What's good about hero mode is that nothing hurts you. It's amazing, but so, weirdly, I have actually gotten an instant death before, so those can still happen. But drive forward, destroy these switches as you would normally. Now right here, you could actually just drive up this thing, let the animation go forward, and press R2 to boost to hit the switch like that. Now this is where it can get pretty tricky to everybody who wants to learn this. If you guys are interested in learning it, hit this switch right here. Now the trick that I explained earlier, the boost and the jump, you're going to be using it to get across these areas. Now here, this is a big pain. If you fall during this first switch, you can actually lose about a minute. And this is the last section of Breach the Ruins. If you fall, you'll lose a minute, but if you fall on the last switch over there, you'll lose about 30 seconds. So you could still lose a whole bunch of time. Like, this section is ridiculous. So I'm going to drive forward near the edge. I'm going to press R2 and then L1 to propel me into the switch. Then when I land, because I'm not as good as most of the other Jack runners, I actually brake, whereas they continue to drive and press R2 and L1 again really fast. I brake for about a second, and then I move forward once my boost is recharged, which takes about a second. And then I do the same jump across. So I go across like this, I brake, I go across, And that's that. Then you drive over to this bridge. You want to knock this bridge down. Go to this switch. You want to hit it. There's actually a strat that I don't know who exactly found it. I don't know if it was just another Jak 3 runner. You can actually, instead of going into the bridge and knocking it down and driving across, which I'm going to do, you could actually jump from here over using the same technique, but it's really hard because you're going to hit the switch, and that's where you want to hit, but the switch can actually sometimes knock you back down, which is why it's not really recommended. But so I'm just going to drive across and hit the bridge. I feel like I've already messed up a lot explaining this in this tutorial, so we're gonna go through, hit the switch, then when you get on the steps, just boost to finish it. Skip the cutscene. Catacombs, just know this is the last part of the catacombs. Just know your way through to get through it just fine. It took me a little bit to practice. I practiced catacombs for maybe like 20 minutes each. They take it no time to learn, and they're just really fun little shooters. A nice break from the speed run, I guess you would say. But if you die, you could lose a lot of time, especially on this catacomb mission. Say you're near the end and you just fall off the side or fall into one of the holes. This catacomb mission, you could actually lose about a minute. I believe it is. It's about a minute to almost 2 minutes. It's somewhere around those lines, but just go through this. Up next we have Dark Ship, which is probably one of the most annoying areas and where you need to learn two different things. One of them is a new strat that was found that you need the hover for, which I will try to show. And then there's something called the IFG, which most of you have most likely heard, which is the infinite flight glitch with Light Jak. I will explain that once we get to it. So right here, as soon as you skip this cutscene, you're going to spawn inside the Dark Ship. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull out the blaster mod. You're going to want to jump and spin 3 times on the platform while you're moving towards the door. And then you're going to want to uppercut. You're going to want to punch, uppercut, and do a spin shoot and land by the door like this. I'll show you what I mean. So 1, 2, 3, uppercut, and jump, spin shoot, and everybody's dead. Now I'm bad at this trick. I'll try to show. Okay, so the hover, you want to aim. Okay, I'm really bad, so forgive me if this takes me a few tries. I'm not really good at this hover. So you just want to aim Jak in that direction, and you're going to want to pull out the jet board. Okay, so this may take me a few tries. I just want to show the main strats off. That way you guys can decide what's better. I think this saves, the hover saves about 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds over the heal. Not over the heal, over the IFG. So basically you just go over here, side flip, jump. Okay, yeah, I can't, it's I may actually have to make a video of it later if this continues to happen. I don't want this to happen, but it looks like that's how it's gonna be. It's just it saves like 30 to 40 seconds. It's, I don't know, I'm not gonna go for it at all in my runs until I get better at it, but by all means it's a thing you should definitely go for. Yeah, I'm like doing that, and my hover is basically the same thing, so I don't know why I'm so bad at it. Maybe it's just because I'm always nervous at this part that that's gonna happen. I don't know. I'll give it 2 more tries, but this is good for you guys to see how to do this part of Dark Ship pretty quick. But yeah, you just pull out, side flip. Okay, one more try. And then we'll do the IFG, which is the infinite flight glitch, which light jack. Well, I just got knocked off to the side. That's another thing with that strat that I don't like. You could actually get hit by those things and it can just ruin your angle and knock you off like that, and it's over. Okay, so what I do is I run forward and I go into flight jack and X circle. Okay, so I'm actually not going to explain how to do infinite flight glitch, but you want to fly in this direction, drop for a little bit, drop, float, drop. Okay, so once you see that, you know you're floating towards the elevator. I'm not going to explain the infinite flight glitch on this video, because if you literally search Jak 3 infinite flight glitch, you are going to find videos of it all over YouTube, and explanations and how to do it, and it's just really simple to do. Basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to float towards the elevator. Just go across it like this. If you have to, you could use the IFG. Just go across. Now, let's see if I can get high enough real quick. Okay, there's this bar right here. You want to get under it within the first two bars right there without going any lower, because if you go any lower, then the elevator at the bottom will actually not spawn. So you just want to keep holding forward, go through. I usually like going through right about here, and the elevator will spawn. You're going to drop, and don't worry, because that part will spawn. Now there's a door right there, and once you get close to the door, you're going to want to press X. That way Jak flaps his wings, and at least do it twice. That way the elevator does have a chance to spawn, but you want to stay as close to the door as possible. So go through, flap, flap, punch, and pull out your jet board. That way this loads. Now this area is very, very tricky. Starting off right away, I do something risky right in the beginning that could either ruin my whole, that can make my movement go fast across this, or can completely ruin it. I will show you the way that others do it real quick. I don't do as many side flips as most of the runners do. I'm very bad with side flips, but at first I will show you how I do mine. I punch, and right off the bat I pull out the jet board, then I side flip before this area right here. Usually you're right about here when you pull out the jet board, and you just land right about here and jump across, and then I instantly side flip again. And so I'll show you this now. Punch, side flip, I jump, side flip, jump, jump, boost, front flip, side flip if you can. That was bad. But yeah, I side flip right there. Side flip, front flip. You could actually side flip over that. Side flip right here. Side flip, and then you're going to want to do the boosted front flip to land right here. Okay, that's my way of getting across. Now most of your runners do this. They go across, they wait, they side flip, side flip, side flip. They probably side flip right there. I messed all that movement up. It might actually kill me. I'm just going to drop off here, even though I made it. But you can actually recover like I did. Side flip, side flip, side flip. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. Oh, good thing that didn't work. Side flip, jump, side flip, jump, side flip, side flip, side flip. And it just gets you across this really fast. And then you just want to go into this, which is the cutscene. Now, Terraformer. I'm going to pause right here, because if I do not pause, then I'm actually going to miss the cycle, which you need. This boss, can be the biggest a-hole in this game. You can get nothing in this run is safe. Nothing. Everything past Terraformer, you were good. So the final boss, once you do the climb, which I'll show you once I get there, that's when you can feel like you're safe. But this boss, if you miss one of the eggs, or one of the tokens, I think it's called, if you miss one or two of them, it can be the biggest nightmare ever, and you can lose so much time. This is probably one of the worst areas in the game. I know I loathe it. So I'll show you how to do the cycle right now. So let's unpause, hold X. You're going to want to drive towards this area, turn, just drive towards the little hill right here. Once I get up here, I usually let go of the gas, that way Jack doesn't flip. Just instantly start holding the gas again, go across. Okay, I hit that rock. That's bad, because that's going to throw off all the cycles. So I missed that. So that's a good example of what can happen with that boss. If that happens to you in a run, you could lose up to minutes. Like, it's ridiculous. You could even lose up to 2 minutes on that. So I'll show you how to do this real fast. I'll probably just do this area really fast, and I'll throw in basically a lot of these. I'll have a lot of links in my YouTube to show how these strats are done, because the Rixer will explain this way better than I would, considering all these areas are in your normal route, any percent route. So you want to shoot here, go around here, handbrake, shoot that, move, brake, shoot these two, spin, shoot these two, go forward, shoot this, let go of the gas, that way you don't flip, go across, aim for the right one, go to the left, let go of the gas, go around. I'm just going to give you a quick, brief little normal thing. Hit this, boost right here. You're going to want to get up at least this far up the mound, do spin, a handbrake turn, get pretty close, turn the tokens, turn, and okay, that's Terraformer. That's the perfect cycle. That is the normal cycle. There's actually a faster cycle that saves about 10 seconds. Right here, you're going to want to... This is why learning concussor jumps are good. So, Ricky the Rixer has the concussor jumps explanation all on his tutorial. Like I said, this will be mostly just shoutouts to him. So we're just gonna kill these guys. That's gonna like go up if you go onto it. See, it goes up, but you're not gonna kill those guys at all. You're going to want to do the concussor jump, which is the crouch jump, and if you have to, you can do the spin. Unfortunately, yeah, there you go. That's what you want, and then you're just gonna do it all the way up to the boss. So like right here, this is the climb that I was talking about. It can go really good, or it can go really bad. Okay, right here, you're going to use it to get right here, the concussor jump, and then you're going to concussor jump again, and jump shoot to get up here. Okay, now right here, you're going to want to pull out this weapon mod right here. You're going to run forward, everything's going to spawn, jump, shoot it, take out the Peacekeeper, shoot that so it kills all 3 of the turrets. Now, basically, the rest of this is shoot this, pull out blaster mod, and just go crazy like this. And since you have infinite ammo, do not, just a tip, do not pick up any blaster mod ammo, because if you do, and you actually run out of ammo, the weapon will switch as soon as you hit 0, and that's not good. Okay, right here, you want to switch to the third. The best mod pack you can get for that weapon. I don't know what the weapons are really called, except for Blaster, Concussor, and Peacekeeper. I do not know what this one's called. But when you see the laser for the first phase, just start shooting like this, and you're going to hit them. Pull this back out. Shoot it. If they don't die, shoot it like that. Pull out your blaster mod. Go crazy. Pull out this. Shoot it again. So the first two phases are exactly the same. They are exactly the same. It's really short and really easy to do. Just wait. Now he's gonna probably head bop. Now since you don't take any damage, you don't have to worry about getting white eco, stuff like that. But yeah, just pull out your blaster mod, because this is probably the best way to do it. And fastest way to kill all the enemies. Just keep going like this. Shoot. Fire. Just go crazy. It's really simple boss to explain. You just do this. Now he'll shoot his laser, but he'll actually spawn another wave. Another 3 waves, if I remember correctly. Okay. Now, how you know these waves are going to end is there's going to be a big dark precursor that lands right here, and then there'll be a small one over here. So once you see those, you know that the phase he's going to do is going to end before he's actually vulnerable for an attack. So I'll show you right here. So the big guy should spawn. Now for here, you just want to shoot a few times so he knocks the big guy off instead of killing it. That way this attack loads faster. He'll shoot 2 lasers this time for the rest of the fight. So just spam the gun until you hit him. Then just basically you rinse and repeat the whole fight. Pull this out. Shoot that. Pull out your blaster mod. Go crazy. Really simple thing. If you really want to, you can actually get closer and do this. That way it stays stationary when there's more enemies that spawn. But it doesn't really matter because if you stand back, it's going to hit them all anyways. And your blaster mod's going to hit them all. It's just a really quick way of clearing the area. Like, it'll do that if you let them spawn long enough. So basically just do the fight as if you would normally, but just use the blaster mod the whole time. Okay, so now he does 2 phases, and there's that. That's over. So you're going to want to pull out this gun again. Just fire. Say hi to people. Do whatever you need to do during chat. This is probably like the easiest thing. It's probably the most laid back part in the run, because this fight, no matter what you do, is about 6 minutes long. 6 or 7 minutes long. It's one of those. I think I calculated it at average about 6 minutes. So you're just gonna jump and spin shoot with blaster mod the whole time. Boom, here. Wait about 3 seconds. Shoot. Spin shoot. Really simple things. So during his laser phases, you'll know that he starts spawning waves right at the end. Just do that. Just start shooting blaster mod bullets since you can't die. So knock him off like that, and he's back in his phase. Honestly, I think this is the best final boss fight I've ever had. So now here, once you hit him here, he's actually going to try and hit you with his head twice. Just sit through it. Just get ready for the last waves. So just sit here, and as soon as he slams his head again, you can shoot, pull out this, fire, spam your blaster mod. Now, I'll point out last wave here, and you guys can go and switch it back here. So that was, I count each enemy that spawns a wave. So this is wave 3. Then wave 4 comes up right here. Now the next time you see that spinny thing coming up with the enemies, you'll know that that's the final wave. So he's got about 2 more waves after this. So he has about 6 waves. Oh no, okay, that was really fast. Okay. Yeah, this is all there is to the run. It takes a lot of practice to do.